Today I have a few summer beauty purchases that I've made that I thought you might be interested in seeing, and then I also had some beauty PR come all at once. So I thought it would package together and make a nice, fun little quick video that I can edit quickly and is not gonna take me forever to get out, and would hopefully provide a bit of just enjoyment and inspiration if you're looking to indulge in a little beauty treat this summer. I do have a little bit of a cold, so you'll probably hear a little bit of my congestion. It's not too bad, I'm powering through, let's do it. Recently I decided that I wanted to try all three of the face mists that the brand Red Flower does. In the fall, I had the opportunity to try the Orange Quince Steam Mist. Some of you might remember I put this in a holiday shopping video. I went through an entire bottle. It's in my Skincare Empties. In fact, I just recorded a Skincare Empties podcast. I knew I had to get another bottle because this is just epic. The scent is insane. Red Flower also does two other mists that I was really curious about. So in addition to the Orange Quince, they do the Ionizing Vita Flower Mist and the Rose Camellia Plum Soft Water Mist. So I treated myself to all three so I'd be able to compare and, you know, market research. The clear winner for me still, after trying all three, is the Orange Quince. So if you're looking to treat yourself to just one, this is still the one that I like the best. However, it is more of a fall winter scent, but I like it so much I'll use it year round. Second favorite is the Ionizing Vita Flower Mist. This one's particularly good for this time of year. It's really fresh, crisp, icy, refreshing, perfect for summer. Very light scent. This one definitely gives more of a scent throw. I talked about this in my fragrance video that I did on Patreon last month or the month before. I sort of consider this a first step in a personal fragrance routine because the scent lingers a bit for me in an extremely pleasant way. I don't get much scent lingering from this, but it's extremely refreshing. I use these to set my makeup mostly, even though they're not makeup setting sprays. I use them as the final step after I've done my makeup in the morning. And then third, although certainly not, you know, a dislike, is the Rose Camellia Plum Soft Water Mist. I think I described this on a recent live as like almost like a potpourri type of smell. It smells a little bit like a 90s potpourri shop. Kind of also reminds me of like dolls that I had in the 90s. I don't know why that is. I'll definitely use all three. In fact, my 6-year-old loves to come in and spray these and smell them because they're not like an overt aromatherapy mist, and they also have a different scent profile than most eco products. You know, they're not just your herbal smell. They're like a little bit more fragrancy, but in a natural way. Red Flower often does discounts. I recommend signing up for their mailing list because they often do 15 to 20% off. They're the kind of brand where the more you spend, the more you save. So sometimes they have deals going where if you spend over $200, you get 25 or 30% off, you know, things like that. The other noteworthy beauty purchase I made is very exciting. And it's dun 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 dun. None other than my favorite beauty brand of all time, Manasi 7. It took me a minute to get some of these tinted beauty potions ordered. This is the latest makeup release from Manasi. I believe there are 7 or 8 shades, and I just decided to start with 4. And then I also picked up a replacement backup of one of the lip liners that I'm almost out of. I exclusively use the Manasi 7 lip liner, eyeliner, pencils. Okay, so the tinted beauty potions. The shades I got are Simonaki. Let's see, I'm new to learning these names. Camelli or Chamelli. Cassis. This is like the most Mercedes shade in the range for sure. And I'm sure everyone that knew I was buying these knew I was gonna buy this shade. And then Igazi. So I started with these 4, but I'm undoubtedly going to buy the rest of the shades because prior to sitting down to film this video for you here, I was on my 3rd Get Ready With Me for the month of June. I opened up, swatched, tested, and sampled all of these products as part of my makeup. And it was the best live I've had in recent memory. I love a live where I get to just sit down and play with color, swatch, compare, try different things on. I'm wearing Simonaki on my eyes. I'm wearing kind of a blend of things on my cheeks, but that's primarily Igazi. Lips are several different, I tried all of them on my lips, but I think this is primarily a little bit of Cassis with Yukon lip liner. I used the Camelli translucent clear shimmery shade as a bit of a highlight. I just played around, had the best time, was almost in tears by the end because Manasi is a brand that really moves me to tears. The products are of the highest quality. You can tell that the ingredients they use are just the creme de la creme. I would pay, you know, really any amount of money for these products because I just think that they're so outstanding. I got a backup of the Yukon lip liner because I am almost out of mine. As you can see, I use this almost daily with different lip colors. And if you want to see these in action and hear more, I would direct you to that live that I just did on Patreon. And then I'm going to be ordering the rest of the shades, and I'll be doing a follow-up live probably sometime in July, doing the same with the rest of the colors. And the enthusiasm was just contagious and palpable. I think others of you are now excited to pick up 1 or 2 shades as a little summer treat. Okay, I do have a couple of other carts going, namely with Ayla Beauty for some hair care and Beauty Heroes for just like a few replenishments. But let's talk about some PR now. All right, the most recent Boxwalla box came to my mailbox, I think this last week. It's featuring the Scandinavian brand Nuori, which I have heard of but have not yet tried. So the 2 products in here are the Vital Repair Serum and the One Face Cream. Let's open these up and give them a little look. Vital Repair Serum is for hypersensitive skin. I like that, although it does have hyaluronic as a key ingredient, not my personal favorite. It also has a biosaccharide complex, chamomile, licorice, sweet almond, and rose hip oil. Described as a lightweight, creamy, calming, hydrating serum. That looks nice. Yeah, it's like a milky, lightweight serum. Sorry for the light going in and out. I film with natural light in front of a window with no window treatments, so I'm really at the mercy of the sun. Apply 2 to 3 pumps on cleansed skin under an oil and a moisturizer. You can store it in the fridge for an additional cooling effect. So it's just supposed to be very soothing, anti-inflammatory, antioxidants with the vitamin C ester and the licorice root. So it just sounds like a really nice kind of all-around serum for summertime. And then the One Face Cream has niacinamide, hyaluronic, bakuchiol, ceramides, peptides, vitamin C, vitamin E, and panthenol. Let's give this a look. Ooh, gosh, I love that green color. I imagine I will likely use this as a hand cream just because I really do not use face creams very much. These pumps always take a little bit of a minute to get going. There we go. Ooh. That one has a little bit of a scent, almost kind of, it smells like a bit of a lime scent. It's really nice. They say this is a lush yet lightweight cream. Niacinamide, my skin is always sort of on the fence about. Ceramides to retain moisture and maintain strength. Bakuchiol, we all know what that is. Vitamin C. Massage 2 to 3 pumps on clean face and neck over serums and oil. Can be used both day and night. So this seems like a very just kind of easy breezy summer box. I think it's still available. Sometimes I never know when I receive a box if you had to have signed up prior, but if you're interested in the Boxwalla Skincare box subscription, it comes every 2 months, which is nice, I think, for people that don't want to accumulate too much. I'll pop a link below if you want to go check it out. There have been some really fantastic boxes. I love when they feature La PR. I really loved getting to try the Sabzi face oil. That's in my rotation right now. And I found one of my favorite second cleanses of all time through Boxwalla recently, the Amala Gentle Silkening Cleanse or something I think it's called. Anyway, it is out of this world. I'm almost done with the one that came in the Boxwalla box. So they suggest a little summer skincare ritual here, cleansing with the Sachi Saffron Cleanser. I've tried that as well. It's a gel cleanser, so it's slightly too much for me to use on a daily basis. I could maybe use it a couple of times a week or if I'm feeling particularly oily, but it's good for anyone that's oily combination for sure. Then mist with the La PR Rose Sandalwood Mist. That's a gorgeous one. I have that in my rotation as well. Apply 2 to 3 pumps of the Nuori Vital Repair Serum. Then massage 1 to 2 drops of the Supper Club Sabzi oil that I just mentioned. Seal with 2 to 3 pumps. So that's a nice little curated routine of recent Boxwalla products. All right, Ayla kindly sent me one of Dara Kennedy's new release formulations, her eye serum. So last year, I think I told you about the C-retinol and some sort of hydrating serum. I'm blanking on the name of it. So I'm quite excited to give another eye product a try. I was just talking on my live this morning about how I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stretch my In Fiore V Claire all the way to November when they do, probably that's the next time they'll do a gift with purchase. I did not take advantage of their recent summer shopping event just because I had too many other things going on. So I'm likely going to need some eye products to hold me over until November when I repurchase V Claire. So this has rave reviews. People at Ayla are completely obsessed with this, and it's like a can't leave home without it type of eye serum. Let's see, ooh. It's like almost like a minty, light green, pistachio colored cream. The texture feels really juicy and lush. Yeah, that feels nice. Okay. You have my attention. Some of the key ingredients are California giant kelp, sea fennel, and hyaluronic acid. For puffiness and dark circle eradicators, there's French seaweeds and wild ginger. I love ginger in an eye product. It makes me think of Bottega Organica. You OGs will remember that brand. It was in a Beauty Heroes box from like 2015. There was a ginger, although I believe it was a face oil and maybe not an eye product. Wrinkle smoothers and protective soothers are the Irish seaweed and ginger derived omnioxidant. I don't quite know what that is. So this is kind of targeting all the concerns that you would have: hyperpigmented dark circles and vascular dark circles. Wrinkle volume decreases in 8 weeks. Eye bag volume reduced by 92% of study participants. That's pretty significant. Increases skin hydration levels by 100%. So if you have a dry eye area, this could be a really good one to think about. Helps protect against UVA, UVB free radical damage. So just the latest from Ayla. This is one of my favorite boutiques to shop from, in addition to Beauty Heroes. I do most of my beauty shopping between these two. In particular, I get a lot of my hair care from Ayla. I love the Italian brand Biofficina Toscana, but I also I love their Bach perfumes. They carry My Have Torn, which is a brand I adore. They also carry Manasi. So if you're going to shop on Ayla, I think they're stocking the beauty potions, but if they're not now, they probably will. Last but not least, I've been getting a lot of messages about the release of a product in here. So this is a very beautiful, generous PR package from Laurel. I hope a lot of you are enjoying Petal Alchemy from the June Beauty Heroes box. It came with Petal Alchemy and Hydrating Elixir 1. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm using it in the evening, like 3 to 4 drops as my serum step, and I'm finding it extremely supportive and nutritive to my skin. Now, the real highlight in this PR package, well, there's kind of 2 things really of note. Laurel does not do discount codes, but they do like a rotating gift with purchase. So I think quarterly they change up the gift. So most recently in, I don't know, I guess what would have been Q1 or Q2, or even both, because I think they extended it because it was doing so well. The gift with purchase with $125 orders and a code, you have to use a code to get it, it was the Recovery Balm, which I have been using a ton paired with Petal Alchemy. They just work really well together because Petal Alchemy is so active, and I like pairing it with something that's really targeted towards more sensitive skin, which the Recovery Balm is, versus something like the Night Balm, which I also have in my rotation right now. The codes that Laurel had would be rotating for ambassadors that have codes with them, but they've done away with that and they're just doing permanent codes. So my code heretofore, it's not gonna change, is just LAMOUR, L-A-M-O-U-R. So if you're shopping directly through Laurel and you wanna take advantage of the gift with purchase, if you're placing an order that's $125 or more, you just put in the code LAMOUR and you'll have the gift added to your cart. The gift now through probably the fall is going to be the Cornflower Mask. I did a video on this mask last year, so I'll link it for you. I think I called it Starry Night in a Jar because that's what this mask reminds me of. This mask is particularly good. Sorry, you're not seeing it because I'm editing it out, but I'm having a hard time with my words today because of my congestion. Very good for after sun care, helping repair any sort of environmental damage or stressors that might come about just from being outside more. Now you have to see this. I mean, the jar is dark, so you're not gonna be able to get the full effect, but so gorgeous. It's in a honey base, and I love masks like this because I can leave them on for quite a long time, like 20 to 30 minutes, and they just kind of get better the longer that they sit on your skin. You get a little bit of gentle exfoliation with it. The little subtitle is moisture renewal. So it's really meant to repair, moisturize, nourish the skin. Great mask for summertime when the skin is under more environmental stressors. The gift with purchase is like a deluxe travel size, not the full size, but still a great one to take advantage of. So this is the product I've been getting messages about because I talked a lot about how much I loved it when I got to try the little teeny bottle through the Herbalist collection, and this was the one I finished first. I wanted to take a bath in it. I wanted to douse myself in it every single night. I was completely obsessed, and they've released a full-size bottle of it, which is just crazy because it is so dense with skin nutrition. Just incredible. So it's the Vitality Compound Wild Weeds for regeneration and nourishment to the skin. If you have worked with the Herbalist collection and you happened to look at that little booklet that comes with it, Laurel kind of gives counterpart conventional skincare products that go with some of the compounds, not all of them, because for some of them there's no direct comparison, but the Wild Weeds is presented as the natural or more herbal holistic version of a retinol. So if you've been feeling like you're curious about a retinol, or at least the effects that a retinol promises to provide, you might want to give this a look. So this is a 0.68 fluid ounce bottle, 20 mils. You have to see this product. It is just crazy. The thing that it reminds me closest of, just in like intensity and sort of appearance and energetics perhaps, would be In Fiore Comfrey Solution Botanic. If you are familiar with Comfrey, this gives me a similar energetic impression. I love Comfrey. It sort of came to be my favorite Solution Botanic from In Fiore, but look at this color. I would say you need 2 to 4 drops as your serum step. However, this one I was mixing with other Laurel compounds, namely the Soothe compound and the Hydrate compound. I could layer those. I just felt like they paired really nicely together. The Brighten and Radiance compounds are not ideal for sensitive skin, in my opinion. I did work with them and use them up, but in particular, Radiance I found to be slightly sensitizing on me. I just feel like my skin gets strengthened and repaired and healed and taken care of from the inside out. I'm very excited that they listened to feedback and gave the people what they wanted, which was a larger bottle. This is still, I think, not even the biggest size bottle that they do. Like, I think their face oils come in a slightly bigger bottle than this. Okay, Laurel also kindly sent me some products I have not yet tried. Let me go ahead and take this off just so I don't make a mess. Okay, so I've never tried Hydrating Elixir 2. Now I have a bottle of this to try. Let's give it a go right here. Hydrating Elixir 1 I adore. It pairs so beautifully with the Effortless Cleanse and the antioxidant face serum. Wow, this is totally different than Hydrating Elixir 1. It's a little bit more like punchy. It's got like a bit of a tartness to it. So this is for inflamed, congested, or blemished skin in a chamomile, neroli, calendula, lemon balm, lavender, helichrysum base, and then there's a bunch of infusions in there. Turmeric, licorice, plantain, oh my God, all the things that just give me all the feelings. I feel like this is sort of blasphemous as someone who's used Laurel products for as long as I have, and have had just a complete dedication to the Sun body oil, which I have a bottle of right now. I use it regularly. I'm obsessed with it. In fact, it's wedded to one of my most iconic beauty experiences, which was going to International Orange with Jeannie Jarneau in probably 2016, having an In Fiore facial, and then somehow I got a sample of the Laurel Sun body oil. And I used it the day that I had that In Fiore facial, and it just changed my life. That whole experience, that whole trip changed my life. When I got my In Fiore Patchouli Royale perfume solid, I had the slap tap roll, I got to meet Jeannie. It's just like a highlight of my life. All these years later, I'll never forget it. So anyway, I have this complete dedication to the Laurel Sun Body Oil, and I had never tried the California body oil, which I've been wanting to try for a long time. So thank you so much to Laurel for finally giving me the opportunity to try it. It's so different. Kind of smells a little bit like mandarin orange. Really nice. It's light. Oh wow, it's like a soft, warm mandarin hug is what it feels like. Very different than the Sun Body Oil, which feels a little bit more maybe active. I don't know if that's the word I would use. This is olive oil, almond oil, sunflower seed oil, red raspberry, evening primrose, avocado, red grape. The scents in here are sweet orange, rose, sandalwood, orange blossom, silver fir, black spruce, vetiver, cedarwood. I need to use this after a shower and really kind of let it open up and bloom on my skin. But it feels so different than the Sun Body Oil, and I'm so excited that I get to experience that. And then lastly, this is the Spiritual Warrior Anointing Oil. Ooh, I'm excited. Apply a small amount to wrists, neck, temples, or wherever you like throughout the day. Let this aromatic anointing oil be your companion on your spiritual journey. Well, I am certainly on a spiritual journey, so let's give it a go. It's more subtle than I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't like assault your senses the way sometimes I feel that products like this can do. There's like a smokiness to it, like a resin sort of quality. The ingredient list is really simple. Okay, so it's in a sunflower and coconut and jojoba base with sandalwood, plumeria, black pepper, myrrh, palo santo, marjoram, and then some gemstone essences. Ooh, I'm getting some tingles, like energy tingles. There's gonna be layers to peel back with that one, which I'm quite excited for. All right, guys, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed unboxing and doing some little first impressions of that stuff with me. You can follow me on Instagram, where I tend to post things more as they kind of come up live. I probably will not do any other sort of haul video here on YouTube for the rest of the summer, but I'll show things on a rolling basis during my weekly lives. You can go to patreon.com/LaMour if you want to figure out what that's about, access all of my archives. And I don't think I said, but my Instagram is just @LaMour and I'm only on stories. I don't do any static posts on there, but I do quite enjoy posting ephemeral content as it kind of comes up on a day-to-day basis. But I do go long stretches without posting as well, but I am on there. Hope everyone's summer is off to a great start. Mine is off to quite a stressful start, but that's life, isn't it? Here we go, onwards in 2025. I will look forward to seeing you here on YouTube, hopefully before too long. Bye.